G'day and welcome to Queensland Weekender.
Being two blokes that are growing up in Dalby, there's nothing more that we love than grabbing a few mates together, jumping in the car and heading west on a road trip. Well, today, the car's fueled up, you're going to be our mates, we've got road for as far as the eye can see, so let's go and hit it.
Come on, it's going to be a blast.
Queensland's southwest is packed with outback characters, stunning landscapes and ancient history. And a terrific way to experience it is by following the Natural Sciences Loop. It's a self-guided drive itinerary that kicks off in Charleville and takes in some of Australia's most remote communities. Well, here we are, big old Charleville.
It's actually a lot bigger than I expected. It's over 3,000 people. Where are we going to start? That's the question. There's got to be that much stuff to do. To fit it in a short time, we're going to have to pick just the top couple of things. We have arrived into Charleville late, so our first order of business is checking in at the Rocks Motel. Probably the flashiest accommodation in town.
Oh wow, check this out. It's nice.
It's massive, mate. So much space.
It has 20 stylish rooms, a swimming pool, and its very own restaurant on the rocks. It's open for dinner 7 days a week. I can recommend the pork ribs, our compliments to the chef.
For road trippers embarking on the Natural Sciences Loop, Charleville offers some of the circuit's best attractions. The Natural Sciences Loop Facebook page and brochure has a heap of great suggestions on things to do in each town. And in Charleville, the number one has to be the Cosmos Centre and Observatory.
I'd hate to burst your bubble, mate, but it's daytime. Can you see any stars about? How are we meant to check it out?
Mate, just come in here and I'll show you all about
I
it.
just don't have faith in you yet.
Cody's faith will be restored once he fills his head with knowledge, thanks to the Astronomy by Day program. Hey, how cool's that? Come on, mate, we don't have all day.
It's crammed with interactive displays and a few outback treasures. Greg, what are we looking at here?
Oh, what we got here, this is a bit of space junk. This came from space. This is a fuel cell off a Delta II rocket that landed about 130 k's north of here on a property.
The old farm would have been bloody stumped when he saw this in the paddock.
This had really hit home with the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, eh?
Yeah.
Greg's passionate about astronomy and has been in the Cosmos Centre for almost 20 years. So Greg, why do you think the Cosmos Centre is a must-do whenever you're in Charleville?
Oh, it's got to be a must-do because of the outback sky. I mean, we've got some of the best skies that you can see in the whole world. The darkness out here, no light pollution, you haven't got all the city lights. It's a wonderful sky to look at.
Stargazing at night is of course the main attraction, but as I promised Cody, you can see stars during the day, or one at least.
So can you see the big red object, the big red ball? That's the sun.
Thanks to a hydrogen alpha telescope, guests can peer directly at our closest star.
Can you see up around the top there, about 12 o'clock, you can see some prominences, some flares coming out off the top. So those flares are about 100,000 kilometres out from the sun.
Cody, have a gander at this. See it?
Oh, rightio.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh?
Far, that thing's huge. Wow, that is incredible.
See, mate, I told you could see a star in the daytime.
The sun isn't the only star worth observing in Charleville. Say g'day to Sarah, one of the town's adorable bilbies.
I think she likes you.
Yes, she does. I love bilbies. Yeah.
High five for Bilbies.
The up-close and personal bilby experience is one of the town's signature attractions. It's run by Alice Baxter.
It's a must-do. You have to come and see the bilbies. We're the only bilby centre in the whole world. So if you're wanting an up-close and personal, if you want to meet one of these cute little bilbies up close, this is the place to do it.
Meeting a bilby is all for a good cause. The money raised from the bilby shows and merchandise go towards protecting this endangered marsupial.
Welcome to Queensland Weekender. We're here at the Bilby Centre. Come on, now, let's go. Yay!
How good is this? Bilby poo chocolate. What a classic. Oh, mate, you dropped one. I haven't opened the bag yet.
Oh, that's not chocolate.
Why would you eat something off the ground anyway?
It's not chocolate, guys.
You're gross. Come on.
I need a drink of water.
We'd better take a break so Luke can sort himself out. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, fossicking for treasure in the town of Quilpie.
There's one there, boys. This one there looks all right.
Oh,
Yeah, Jesus.
From Charleville, our road trip along the Natural Sciences Loop is taking us about 200 kilometres west. Welcome to Quilpie, with a population of 650 or so.
Now, what put Quilpie on the map is the discovery of the boulder opal, or as some people around here like to call it, the jewel of the outback. The boulder opal is the world's second most valuable kind, and it can only be found in Queensland. The locals are understandably proud, which is why you'll find opals in all sorts of unexpected places.
St Finbar's Church, famous opal altar, mate. Check that out.
That is a lot of opals.
Oh, mate.
How much do you think that'd be worth?
There's a lot of opals there. They have to be priceless.
To get a real sense of the opal's value, to the market and to the people of Quilpie, we're visiting Mark at Sunrise Opals.
The opal is very important to the Quilpie Township and Shire. It draws a lot of tourists. A lot of tourists come out here to fossick, and then they come into the opal shops to buy loose opals and jewellery. We have pendants and earrings and rings.
So if they don't find any, they can come in here and buy
That's
some.
right, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of pieces in here. Would you have one that would be a standout favourite of yours?
Look, the brightest piece I've ever had is this piece here.
I love that.
The opal weighs 39.5 carats. It's set in 18 carat white and yellow gold and top quality diamonds. So that's $38,000.
We'll have to start saving. In the meantime though, Marcus suggested we head across the street to meet Troy, the owner of the Heritage Inn.
Hey guys, how are you?
Not too bad.
Welcome.
Okay, how
Welcome
are
to Quilpie and the Quilpie Heritage Inn.
Thank you.
Got your bags?
Yep, just in the car.
Right out, grab them and I'll show you to your room.
The Heritage Inn goes all the way back to 1926 and has recently undergone a big renovation.
Jeez, very nice.
Oh well, look at the ceiling. That's huge.
They've done it up, but they've kept the character. It's really well done.
You got the big bed last time? The Heritage Inn also boasts the best views in town. Where do you reckon we're going to be going fossicking?
Just down the end of the road, mate. That's us.
Perfect.
Let's go. Tourists are invited to hunt for opals at the town's free fossicking area. Troy has lived in Quilpie for most of his life and found his fair share of opals, so we're in with a chance.
You use these on opal, you don't hit them with this bit, okay? That's for digging through the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
You can hit them with this end, because that's a heavy end. That's where they'll crack with.
Man, you have a tough hand.
There's one there, boys. This one there looks all right.
Oh,
Yeah, Jesus. That's not a bad little specimen piece, that one. We've got a nice bit of electric green running through.
How much would that be worth?
Oh, in today's terms, probably new car or something like that.
new car.
Yeah, a good new car out of that. No, maybe a car in a beer.
Yeah, so that's right. What's the difference? You get the same feeling.
Yeah. So that's a nice little one to pick up.
Have a look.
Jeez.
Nice little souvenir of the town and the region.
Yeah, definitely stunning. Where are you going?
Yep, so long, fellas.
You can't leave us.
To celebrate our find, Troy's taking us to Tabletop, just outside of town. It's one of the highest points in southwest Queensland. This looks like a pretty special spot, Troy.
Mate, this is one of the best spots around the Quilpie Shire, I tell you. Beautiful spot.
Look at that view. Tabletop is one of the best places in the Channel Country to admire an outback sunset. Well, thank you very much.
No
mate.
worries. Thanks for
Cheers.
coming out.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Sharing a bit of paradise with us.
On the Natural Sciences Loop, we've admired the cosmos, searched for precious opals, but our biggest discoveries lie ahead in the town of Eromanga.
The town's biggest claim to fame is as the furthest town from the ocean anywhere in Australia.
But if you do want to cool down, no need to worry. You can grab a cold drink here at the Old Royal Hotel, the furthest pub from any ocean in Australia.
Let's get in there. The Old Royal was built in 1885 and it's an oasis in the desert, a classic outback pub filled with colourful characters. The job of tending the bar belongs to Kayla Lilburn. What do you reckon sets country pubs apart from the city ones?
I'd have to say just the amount of memorabilia and then just the people that are here. Just a family sort of affair and it's just friendly.
Arguably the town's most colourful local is this guy, Giggles. Yeah, you heard right, Giggles. He likes to forage the Channel Country for relics, and he displays them in the Eromanga Living History Centre. So what's the story with this fridge here?
Well, I got this out of the old school teacher's house up here, and just have a look at the quality of these fridges.
Far out, she's a bit thicker walled, isn't it?
Just don't make the same quality anymore.
Hasn't run for 30 years and it's still cold.
You can think if there was a beer in there, it'd be ready to drink just about.
Other highlights in the collection include Giggles opals, some old spurs, saddles, oil drums, and even some Aboriginal art. Have you always had a passion for collecting bits and pieces?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I started off with stamps and bits, and then it's just gone on and on and on, you know. Can't help myself, you know. If I see something, I've got to pick it up. I might have a bit of emu in me or something. I don't know what's the deal.
Yeah, Cody, just come hold the battery for us.
I don't trust you. If it was anyone else, I'd hold a battery, but with you two over there giggling, it just doesn't sound
Let's just get
right.
the signal going.
Only for a second.
Just gotta hold it just so...
Ah! No! Ow! Yeah, thanks, Giggles, catch ya. With a laugh like that, it's easy to see how Giggles got his name.
It's not that bad. It's only electricity.
Just up the road from the Living History Centre, you can meet the outback characters of tomorrow at the Eromanga State School.
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Dinner time.
The school has just 10 students.
Tick what is missing from the sentence.
Craig Brims is the headmaster and sole teacher.
How does it feel to be the principal of a school with only a handful of kids?
It feels pretty awesome, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're great kids. It's a great place to be.
Today the kids are learning grammar, an area where I could definitely use some help. What's a contraction?
That's good. Great.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Small schools are great. We do everything together. Like we go to sports days, we travel, we go on camps. They support each other while they're working, help each other out. So you're your own boss, you know. Still got to turn up at work on time, but you're your own boss.
Extend a lunch hour here and there.
Maybe.
Some students rarely come into school, like Oscar. He does distance education on his property 110 kilometres away. Do you like school?
Yeah, I do. It's pretty good. My worst thing about it is geography.
Do you love coming and playing with other kids?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, I haven't played with this many kids before. Well, I've had once, but it's pretty cool playing with other kids.
So, kids, do you guys like this school? Put your hand up if you do. Yes! Woo!
Put your hand up if you like holidays.
Yes! Well, the fun continues after the break as we meet some more Eromanga locals of the prehistoric kind.
Yeah, we'll probably have to think of another name for another dinosaur. So
the Codysaurus, I think. The Queensland outback is filled with treasure, but to discover it, you've got to get digging. opals, oil, gas, but lately there's been something found out here that's making headlines around the world. Dinosaurs. The incredible fossil finds near Eromanga haven't just changed the town's fortunes, but the lives of the family who discovered them. Meet Robin Mackenzie.
Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's it.
Look at that. Look at that.
If only all of them were that easy.
Yeah, so that's literally
I think
what...
I've got the hang of this.
Not quite, like...
13 years ago, Robin's teenage son stumbled upon a fossil when he was mustering cattle on the family property.
When Sandy found that first piece of bone, you sort of think, this is really, really special. I mean, who finds dinosaur bone? It's just such a special thing. And I think, you know, once we realised we had more sites, there was a realisation that this was a hot spot.
It's hot, all right. You have to watch your step. There's so many fossils about.
That's a tailbone of a probably a large plant-eating dinosaur. To have that sort of preservation on the surface is extraordinary.
The first dinosaur Robin and her team dug up was a new species of titanosaur. It turned out to be Australia's largest dinosaur, a whopping 30 metres long.
Honestly, we had no idea what to expect. And there's no way in the world that we would have thought we were ever going to end up digging up Australia's largest dinosaurs. If someone had told us that, we would have thought, no.
You're dreaming, mate. Don't be silly.
Robin named that first dinosaur Cooper. But then came Zach, Sid, George and Monty. So many prehistoric beasts that Robin had an idea to start a natural history museum. And after years of work, that's exactly what she's done. Holy moly, this is huge! The Eromanga Natural History Museum holds an incredible collection of dinosaur and megafauna fossils, dating back almost 100 million years.
So here we have Australia's largest dinosaur. The leg bone from Cooper, it's about 1.9 metres long. So this is a jawbone from a Diprotodon, which is a giant marsupial bear. It's aged about 100,000 years old, so these are the animals that actually came after the dinosaurs died. What's really interesting is they were around with the Aboriginal people, so that's quite incredible. So they actually coexisted for thousands of years together.
Once the bones are dug up, they're then painstakingly cleaned, with all the rock and dirt chiseled away. It's an experience that visitors can enjoy when visiting the museum. Yeah, it chips away really nicely. You could literally do this all day. How long would it take to uncover this bone?
Someone who's had a bit of experience will actually probably do this in a couple of months, but it still sounds like a long time, doesn't it?
Full time?
Possibly, yeah.
The museum has become a major tourist attraction in southwest Queensland, something that makes Robin very proud.
It's the feedback you get from the people is what really makes it special. And you know, by the end of the tour, they've actually learnt something. And you know, it's quite amazing and you really feel good about that.
Tourists aren't the only ones learning about dinosaurs. The museum also boasts an awesome educational program for local kids. It's led by Corey Richards. It must be really satisfying for you getting to actually teach the future paleontologists.
Well, you got to keep the whole passion going. It's the kids of the future, so you've got to have future children wanting to be paleontologists, and people much like myself who want to keep doing it. We come back and yeah, I'm going to be old one day, so they've got to have someone with the same passion that we all have.
One little girl who loves dinosaurs is Layla. She's 6.
So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a paleontologist when you grow up?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh, sweet. High five.
Yeah.
Hey. Do you like dinosaurs?
Yes.
Do you like big, huge ones or little tiny cute ones?
Cute ones.
Cute ones, yeah.
With kids like Layla learning the ropes, this museum is in good hands.
So start planning your trip to the museum and stay overnight. Robin's just opened Cooper's Country Lodge right next door. There are 6 studios, including 1 family suite, and they all offer 4-star outback country luxury. They're incredible.
For more information on everything we've shown you today, head to the Outback Tourism website. We've only given you a taste of the natural sciences loop. Pick up a map or brochure from a visitor information centre or check out the Facebook page.
While you're on Facebook, visit our page, as we've just uploaded a bunch of exclusive content that we couldn't squeeze into tonight's show. There's some great stuff. Finally, 2 other websites worth visiting for ideas are Queensland.com and Queensland Rail Travel.
Now here are a few Eromanga dinosaurs that we haven't actually introduced to you yet. We've got a massive sauropod and her 2 little babies out the back. They're all made with over 100 metres of twisted aluminium.
Gee, they sure are impressive. What do you think, mate? Will it fit in the backyard?
They might, but they're definitely not going to fit in the car.
Until next time, thank you so much for coming on this trip with us. We've had a blast. Tooroo.
Catch us later.